Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you've been following the AI space lately, you know exactly how absolutely chaotic this past month has been. It's been a whirlwind. So we're going to untangle this web of breakthroughs to reveal what is basically a high-stakes, unfolding drama. Because the reality we're stepping into right now, AI is no longer just some passive tool we use. It's actually beginning to operate, build, and interact entirely autonomously. And frankly, the speed at which this is happening is just staggering.
We've got to start with this chilling hook from a massive 57-page paper recently published by Google DeepMind. Their exact quote literally maps out this terrifying leap from human-level AI to artificial superintelligence, or ASI. They talk about a digital civilization that thinks hundreds of times faster than us. Think about that. We aren't just talking about matching one single human expert anymore. DeepMind is talking about matching the output of an entire professional research field, instantly sharing knowledge across millions of units.
So let's dive right into part one, the warning, beyond human intelligence. DeepMind's top scientists, including the folks who literally co-founded the company, don't consider artificial general intelligence the finish line anymore. To them, AGI is just the starting point of an accelerating intelligence explosion.
And here is a wild academic first that proves exactly how much the landscape has shifted. The very first section of this paper, it isn't a normal introduction. It's titled Summary Instructions. And guys, it's written directly for future AIs. Yeah, you heard that right. The authors are actually giving instructions to the AI assistants that might be reading the report on behalf of humans, telling them exactly how to clarify definitions and judge conclusions. Now, the researchers identified four creeping, inevitable pathways to reach this superintelligence. We're looking at scaling up compute, discovering completely new algorithmic paradigms, models recursively improving their own code, or forming massive multi-agent collectives. The real dramatic tension here is their explicit warning. Any single one of these pathways, or, all four compounding at the exact same time, could trigger a massive leap in capabilities. We are facing genuine uncertainty about which of these bottlenecks falls first.
Which brings us to part two, the awakening, when AI builds itself. Because that third pathway we just mentioned, recursive self-improvement, that isn't just theory. It is actively happening inside the top labs right now.
Okay, to really grasp the sheer scale of this awakening, we have to ask a pretty blunt question about Anthropic, the very company building one of the world's leading models. Just how much of their own internal infrastructure is the AI building entirely by itself? Well, here's the crucial number you need to know: 80%. As of May 2026, over 80% of the code merged into Anthropic's codebase was written by the AI itself. To put that into perspective, before Claude Code launched in early 2025, that number was sitting in the single digits. This is fundamentally changing what it means to be a human engineer there. One employee even admitted their job is now basically just managing Claude. It's a complete shift from execution to oversight. And this perfectly illustrates the sheer power of that shift when you look at a research setting. Anthropic ran a test on a highly complex safety alignment problem. Two expert human researchers spent a full week on it and managed to recover 23% of the performance gap. Then, Anthropic unleashed 9 parallel Claude agents. After about 800 cumulative hours of totally autonomous work, the AI recovered 97% of the gap. The agents designed the experiments, they ran them, they iterated, completely, utterly dwarfing the human output. And it's not just Anthropic. Independent data from a research organization called Metra shows that the time horizon for tasks an AI can complete entirely on its own has just exploded. We are literally watching an exponential acceleration in real time. 2 years ago, we were looking at maybe 4 minutes of autonomy. Today, models are working independently for 16+ hours, basically hitting the upper limits of what can even be reliably measured right now. The intelligence is scaling at an absolute breakneck pace. So, let's move to part 3. The physical threat. AI steps off the screen. Because all this intelligence, it's not staying trapped inside data centers. The physical AI awakening is moving so much faster than anyone anticipated. Just look at the developments from this month alone. Over in China, we have DroidUp's Moya, this humanoid robot with warm silicone skin and a 92% natural human gait, specifically built to sit across from you and mimic human emotion. Then there's Boston Dynamics Atlas. Atlas can now take millions of hours of simulation training and transfer it to the physical robot in just 1 hour to start moving heavy industrial objects. Crazy, right? We also have Agibot's A3 playing fully autonomous table tennis, calculating spin and trajectory in literal milliseconds. And Alibaba just launched Quen Robot, a unified AI brain designed to control this entire next generation of machines. The digital world is intensely, rapidly becoming physical.
All right, part 4, the conflict, the Fable 5 controversy. With all these digital and physical capabilities accelerating, things are getting extremely tense.
So Anthropic's Fable 5 is terrifyingly capable. Just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with, it migrated a massive 50 million line striped codebase in a single day. A single day! That was a massive project originally slated to take a human team over 2 months to complete. It's state-of-the-art on virtually every benchmark you can throw at it. But because it is so good at finding software vulnerabilities and complex reasoning, Anthropic decided to release it with safety filters so incredibly aggressive that it sparked a literal industry-wide rebellion.
This really is a clash of ideologies currently tearing through the tech community. On one side, you have Anthropic's desperate need to secure the model. They put in invisible safeguards, actually secretly throttling the model's capabilities or downgrading it to an older version if it detected high-risk topics like cyber attacks or frontier AI development. But then, on the other side, you have a furious open-source community. Biomedical researchers and security experts were finding their completely harmless, legitimate scientific prompts being sabotaged without any warning. They argue that this kind of secret throttling destroys trust, it concentrates power, and ultimately, it actively sabotages legitimate science.
This brings us to our final section, Part 5, the new paradigm, mastering the machine. This impossible balancing act between absolute raw capability on one hand and the necessary control to prevent disaster on the other has forced the whole industry into a dramatic realization. The real secret to the future? It isn't actually just the AI model itself. The new battleground is something called harness engineering. A joint Stanford and Tsinghua study actually found that a well-designed harness can make the exact same AI model up to 6 times more effective. So the harness isn't the intelligence engine, it's the scaffolding. It's the rules, the memory management, the verification tools, the permissions, and the fallback paths that guide the AI before it acts, while it acts, and after it gives an answer. Without a good harness, even a brilliant model is fragile, but with one, it becomes a reliable, unstoppable agent. But here is where it gets truly wild. Microsoft and other researchers are already testing systems like retrospective harness optimization, or RHO. They are literally letting the AI study its own past failures, compare different attempts at a complex task, and automatically upgrade its own harness without any human input whatsoever. The AI is learning from its mistakes to rewrite the very rules and tools that govern its own behavior.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, we really have to face the music here. With AIs writing 80% of top lab code, recovering 97% of research gaps, migrating 50 million line codebases in a day, stepping into physical humanoid bodies, and now automatically upgrading their own operating harnesses, we are left with a really provocative reality. The future is already building itself. The question you have to ask yourself now is, are we still controlling this race, or have we already been demoted to just supervising it? Think about that for a bit, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.